Guys, welcome back to another episode of Ray to Ray.
This is episode 5?
Yes, episode 5.
Woo-hoo!
We made it. 5 episodes? Oh, I feel like...
It's crazy,
wow.
Right? That's weird. 5 episodes.
We have recorded more than 5 episodes, but... Yeah,
it's because of all of our technical difficulties. We should be on like episode 8.
Okay, if we had to count how many times we had to record again, the same episode again because of technical difficulties, I think we would be at like definitely 8. 7 or 8. Yeah, exactly.
But the good thing is that our second time recording has always been like more natural and a better podcast for you guys, so I don't regret it.
True. I mean, everything happens for a reason, so yeah.
So what's new? What have you done the past week?
Wait. First of all, I have a new mic.
Oh, yes. So there's no more going to be cutting in and out on Ray's side.
For those of you guys who have been with us these last couple episodes, you have seen my struggle with having to yell into my mic to make sure it picks up sound. And it was so cool because like a listener reached out and was like, hey, like, what mic are you using? This one's really good.
I didn't know that. I didn't tell you that? No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even remember his name. It was a Twitter. He hit me up on Twitter, I think. Or
oh wow, that's so cool.
I know. I was like, no way, that's pretty cool. So anyways, got a new mic, so hopefully this works out for us.
It's more aesthetically pleasing too. Like it's down by your mouth. So? It's not hanging in your face. It's not bright blue.
I kind of like the whole like the whole stand, and it just felt cooler. But you're right, I see it in the monitor. It is like cleaner, more sleek. You know what I mean? So.
I mean, not that the blue was an issue, because I think like I want a colored mic. Like I want something cute, but I don't think it would. Blue's not like Ray. Like you get me? You need like
blue's for you.
Yeah, I guess like tealy blue. Yeah, that's what it was. Like if you had like a purple mic and see all your pink and purple behind you.
Guess my favorite color, guys.
Green. I'm just kidding. But anyways, are you ready? So yes, Ray got a new mic, so now we'll be able to hear her. She turned it on right now, and I was like, whoa, so much better. She plugged it in, set up her settings, and she was like crisp and clear, and it was great. It was amazing.
Yay. I know. I can't wait to hear it back when I watch the episode, so I'm excited. So that's my good news. But you have good news too.
Oh yes, I do. I got a new job, guys, and I can leave Chipotle. Well, I mean, I'm still gonna be there once a week just so I can keep my medical insurance, but weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Don't have to deal with people anymore. So yes, finally.
Yeah, fast food is rough. Fast food is so rough.
I'm over it. My body can't handle it anymore. No, I'm just kidding, but it's just over it. People are stupid, and now with everything going on with Corona and this pandemic, everything's just, it sucks. So I'm glad I'm not going to be having to deal with customers face to face anymore. So
moving on up.
Yeah, and it's like a real job. It's like full time. So
we're gonna have to talk behind the scenes about what this means for your schedule and all that stuff. But
it's gonna be we'll make it work. It's gonna be a little hard, but we'll make it work. Good thing you're not working.
Although I was literally thinking about looking into getting a job because, listen, they're not giving us the extra $600 on unemployment anymore, and it's really affected my lifestyle. So I think I'm going to have to
get a little job.
Yeah, so we'll see.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. I mean, I have my degree now, so I guess I really need to look into grown-up jobs.
I know, isn't that weird? Weird.
It's so weird. I'm excited though because, I mean, to me, when I think of grown-up jobs, I think of grown-up pay. So
yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
True. All right, but yeah, other than your new mic, what news do you have? Like, what happened this week? How's your breast milk going?
Hey, my breast milk is looking good. Okay, my skin, I mean, right now I obviously like put on makeup for you guys so you guys don't see me all crusty and busty. However, if you see me without makeup, it's a lot better. You know, it's working good. So Yeah, thanks. Other than that, though, I painted my vanity. For those who don't know, I told you guys I'm going to really try to make my room make my room a better space, a more me space. So I painted my vanity. Yeah, I painted it more of it was a cream color, but because of like the makeup and like girls know makeup stains and it got all over this. Yes, and I had like foundation spots, I had mascara, eyeliner spots, so lip gloss stains, So cleaned it up really good and painted it. It's now like a gray color, like an ash gray.
Yeah.
And I'm really feeling like that vibe. I want like gray furniture, like the light gray.
Oh, I feel you.
Oh, it's so.
Look at my floor. I'm obsessed with my floors because of the freaking color. Yeah.
I was obsessed too when I walked in. I was like, yes, these are the floors I want one day. Like, I love that grayish look. Yeah. So
the only thing in my house that's not like gray or black is my couch, and we're actually saving up to get a new couch that's gonna be like a gray color. So
oh, nice.
Yeah,
that'll look really good.
We have a whole plan like for what we're gonna do in the living room. I mean, slowly but surely, because freaking decor is expensive.
Bruh,
like,
let me
ridiculous, especially how I want it. I'm like, oh my god. So it's gonna be a long process, but we have like a wall behind the couch planned out, what we want to do up there, the couch we want to get, where we're gonna move ballast. I want to make ballast a whole little corner of like little dog signs. So
that'll be so cute.
Yeah, so it's coming along. We'll get there, but it's freaking expensive, so little baby steps.
Yeah, well, I started school. That's another cool thing, I guess. A cool little update. I started school.
Her master's, guys. She is an educated woman.
Yeah. So, but I have this like little vanity stool, and it doesn't have like a backing. Oh. So like this week I did my classes right here on my vanity, where I have like my laptop set up, and I put like my iPad right here, and everything was set up all nice. And like in the middle of like throughout my day, my back started hurting. And I was like, if I'm going to be here for work, like more than just to put on makeup, and then if I'm going to be here for our podcast, I want something that supports my back. So I started looking into chairs, and on Amazon too. On Amazon, not even like at IKEA or, you know, any furniture, just on Amazon, so I could find the cheapest one. And it's $100 for like a simple, cute. Well, okay, I do
want a cute one, right?
Yeah,
obviously,
I do look for a cuter type of look. But still, like $100 for a chair.
Yeah, well, because this is my whole area right here, guys. So there's like pink, white, like that whole area. We'll show you one day. But I'm looking for a chair because right now I just have this boring black chair, and I was like, I want a white chair or a pink chair. And yeah, they're like $100+. I was looking at gaming chairs at one point because they just look so they look so comfy. And then I saw the price, and we were like, yeah, no.
Yeah, they're like what, $400 or something like that.
Well, this chair right here is like an ergonomic chair that Johnathan got for himself because he has like back issues and like being on the computer for video games and doing music and he does everything on his computer. I think this was like $100+ too. I mean, it's a nice chair. I want this specific chair in pink, but yeah, it's expensive.
Adulting ain't cheap. Let me tell you,
it's not. I hate being an adult sometimes, but yeah. So, any other updates?
No, I'm chilling. I'm chilling on that. What about you?
I think highlight was getting my job. We're redoing the turtle tank today, so. Ooh. I think I might film it for my personal channel. So if I film it, I'll let you guys know so you guys can go check it out. But yeah, we're redoing that today. But other than that, I think that's it.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
So you want to talk to them about what today's episode is going to be about, who our guest is, because we have a guest today. So
yes. I think this is going to be Raylene's favorite guest of all of our guests.
We'll see. We'll see. It's a representation of me, so I don't know.
You better behave your representation of me. No, we're excited. We have Johnathan, aka Dado, in the house today.
Yes.
That was my best like DJ intro. I'm excited. I can't wait to like dive into that conversation.
Yeah, so what are we going to talk to him about, Ray?
Okay, well, I am excited to just test him on your guys' relationship and see what he knows and what he don't know. You know what I mean? I'm excited for that. And then, of course, we're going to talk to him about friendships, and I kind of wanted to know his idea on, like, if culture influences his idea of, like, friendships or and like what that looks like for him. So yeah, that'll be a fun little conversation.
Yeah, so going off that was one of our ideas on, again, our many business meeting list and ideas that we have for the show. And I thought he would be a good guest for this topic, just because he went to an all-boys school, so he has a different take and experience than we would have on the subject. So I think that's why we decided to bring him on. And then Ray just wants to get to be a little chismosa and know all the other details.
Yeah, I love that. I love just being right in the middle of their relationship.
She totally is. She totally is. She's already just a little. She's in it for everything. I don't even have a word for it. But yeah, that's Ray. I don't even know. But yeah, so I guess we're ready to go ahead and bring him on.
Let's do it.
All right, we'll be back in a second, guys. Look, that's my kitty, everybody. Is that Patron? I think that's Patron. Why does his eye look red? Oh, there it goes. That's the angle. Oh, that's Dawn. Oh my god, I'm a bad cat mom.
Wow, Ray.
He hates it. He hates that so much. All right.
What's up?
Hi, Dado.
He said that so weird. What's up?
I never call you that. That's why it's like so weird for me to call you that.
Yeah.
She tried to introduce you right now in a DJ voice. It was kind of cringy.
I was like, and here I'm just kidding. And next up on the stage we have. I'm just kidding. No, yeah. So what's up, dude? What's new with you? I haven't talked to you personally.
Honestly, same shit. Just really not doing much. Been staying home like we're supposed to be, other than going to the grocery store and stuff like that. I want to go out so bad because like my family's going out and stuff like that, and I'm here, and they're in LA, and I'm here not going out. But you know.
I know, doesn't it suck, like, watching everybody's stories and, like, they're going out to eat, taking shots and partying it up, and I'm just like, damn.
Rates.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, rates.
I don't mind not spending money on stuff like that, though, so it's okay.
Okay.
Ray tweeted the other day, she's like, sitting here thinking about all the summer bangers we would have been dancing to in the club.
You know why? Because I was driving, and I was listening to, that song from Little Rock, or I don't even remember what song it was, but it came out in 2019, like towards the end of the year, and I'm like, man, if this song would have made it to summer and our summer was regular, it would have been such a banger. Like, even all of those songs that came out towards the end of 2019 after summer, right? Yeah. All of those songs, like, we can't even dance to them.
Well, I wouldn't dance because I don't dance, but
we know.
Okay. Well, us girls though, like, so yeah, anyway.
I've never been a dancer though. I've always been the one playing the music, so that's why.
But you told me the other day you want to go take salsa lessons.
Okay, that's different. That's not going to a club just to dance. To, like,
I guess.
You know
but what if they turn on salsa and you got those skills? You're not gonna dance salsa in the middle of the club?
Wait. Can I ask why though? Like, why salsa?
Why not?
We were watching a movie, I think, and I saw it, and I was like, that looks cool.
Okay, Mr. Suave.
I'd rather learn bachata, but I'll take either or.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I didn't know that, Johnathan. I didn't know that you were into that.
Into what?
Into wanting to dance.
Yeah, no, I don't like it.
Oh, you don't like? So why even try? What?
No, like, I can't dance to like hip hop music and stuff like that. Like at the club, because like even like when I would DJ the clubs, it was weird to me that like I don't know. I don't see myself ever just walking into a club to listen to music that I listen to in my car and dancing to it.
So wait, so when you're in your car, you don't like nod your head and like feel the beat?
That's not dancing. That's nodding your head.
Okay, but when you stand up and you let the rest of your body just like, you know what I mean?
No, because like if I go to the club and I'm just bobbing my head in the back of the club, I'm gonna look like a weirdo.
Okay, I mean, fair, whatever. I think dancing in the club is more for the girls anyways. Like, that is more of a girl thing. You don't really see any guys, like, getting down like that, you know? So, whatever.
Unless they're being creepers.
I mean, unless you're trying to, like, dance on a girl, then they come out of nowhere. Then they try to act like they have moves, but whatever.
Remember, I just thought of something. Remember when we went to Fullerton? And we were like, oh my God, Zach, they're going to come over here. Oh my God, Zach, they're going to come over here. And Zach's like, no, they're not. No, they're not. And they came over. I was like, no, thank you. We ran away.
Yeah, can we talk about that? How annoying it is being a girl going to a club and having to worry about a guy dance on you like that? Like, that is just...
That's why I never go out without him anymore.
Dude,
I know.
Even when I was single, I've never done that because I don't like dancing, so I wouldn't be brave enough to do that.
So how? Okay, never mind. I'm not.
But me and Ray were being so ugly. Like, we were doing stupid shit in the club with Zach, and we were being so ugly, and they were just hovering, like, right here, and we were like, oh my God.
Yes. I hate that feeling. But anyways, enough about that. Enough about dancing in the club. You don't even like dancing in the club, so enough about that. Let me see your hair.
Oh shit. Yep, I did it.
So what made you do that, Johnathan?
Well, I was gonna bleach my hair a while ago, and I just never did. And then we just bought the bleach, and I was like, fuck it, let's do it. So we did it, and then it came out kind of. It was
too orange. I didn't like it.
So I was like, fuck, all right, let's just do red. So she just put it in my hair, and that was that.
I put it in, like, I poured the red dye, or he bleached it, and he was like, it's fine, right? And I was like, it's a little orange. And then he was like, okay. And I had dye left over, so I put it in the thing, and I don't think I even told him I was gonna start. I just went, I threw it on his head.
I just thought you wanted to match Ray. I thought, like, that was your goal, to, like, go out and so that people know you're a couple, you know what I mean? So that way people know, like, she's mine, we have the same hairdo type of thing, you know?
No, not
my hair's not even red anymore.
I know, Ray, you need to get it touched up.
I'm gonna do a different color. I just don't know what I want to do yet.
I thought you were gonna stick with red, like a darker red.
Probably, I might.
Like a burgundy?
Yeah, I just don't want to bleach it anymore because it's starting to die. Yeah, so we'll see what I do. It has to be dark so I don't have to touch my roots.
Yeah. Let's introduce Johnathan as your boyfriend first of all, because we didn't even do that. I don't even think people know.
That's the guy I'm stuck with, guys. No, I'm just kidding.
This is Raylene's roommate. Oh. I was like, this is Raylene's roommate. He's like, this is the guy that pays all her bills. Oh shoot.
I pay half. Calm down. But yeah, that's good old Johnathan, guys, that we talk about all the time on here.
Yes. Yeah, the one that was supposed to make us a beat, but it didn't turn out good.
I can, but I don't know. It's different music than I do. So
what is your style of? So I don't know if we've made it clear or not, but you are a DJ. What kind of music do you like to showcase, or like what's your style? Because I know that DJs, they have to please the crowd. So like wherever you're going, you have to ask like, oh, what do you want to hear? But you personally, what do you like to?
Like, what's your favorite thing to play?
Yeah.
Well, I like to play house music. Mainly that. I liked all the crazy, like, weird noise, like dubstep stuff before, but I think I like house a little more because people can dance to it. It's weird because, like, I want people to dance to my music, but I won't dance to my own music. It's weird.
I mean, that's fair though. I feel like every DJ wants that's every DJ's goal, is for people to want to get up and dance,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Another question I had. I was telling Ray I kind of wanted to get into like what your guys' relationship is like. Like what? Okay, well, first of all, from your point of view, Johnathan, how did you and Ray meet?
What's it called? A Keizo concert. I was definitely a little intoxicated. But we were with Nava and my friend Frank, and we were walking, and Steven saw Ray and Zim, and yeah, we just stood in line with them. Oh, and I was with Jeremy too. Fuck, I forgot about him.
But yeah, no, but he thought that Nava just found some random girls to jump in line with. He didn't know that we knew Nava at first.
Yeah, why did you guys not say hi?
Well, no, we said hi to them, but like he was like, "Oh, look, I have friends right here." So we were just like, "All right, cool, like whatever." And then yeah, we just started talking. I wasn't like in the beginning. I wasn't like talking to her to like get at her or anything. It just kind of happened throughout the night.
Get at her. I haven't heard that in so long.
Well, it was long time ago. What, 4 years ago?
I know, right? The last time you ever heard about somebody trying to get at you was like,
no,
what,
but like that's Herb in general. Like, oh, you trying to get at her? Like, nobody says that anymore.
I think it's better than me saying like, oh, I was trying to pursue you, because that kind of seems kind of weird. You know what I mean?
I guess.
That seems very 1950s.
Wait. But who made the first move? This is very important.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Yeah, who made the first move? I want to know from your perspective, Johnathan.
Well, she did, but there was a reason why she had to. Because I was dating another girl, so I wasn't making the first move.
I forgot about that.
Were you other woman?
I didn't know.
She didn't know.
Hold on. Can you tell everybody when you told me about this?
I told her 4 months after we were already together.
Like officially together, not talking.
But like I had.
Oh.
It wasn't like 4 months of me dating both of them, but I had broken up with the other girl, and I was with Ray for 4 months already.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, you're not a cheater or anything. Let's put that out there.
Well, the thing is, I was dating the other girl. She wasn't my girlfriend either.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little better. If I was like totally in a relationship with that other girl, then it would have been really bad, because I'm not a cheater in a way.
Yes.
In a way, no, at all. Dating, you aren't. You have.
Yeah, I feel like dating, you have a little more freedom.
Okay, I have a question about that, because I was listening to another podcast, and they were talking about cheating, right, and all this stuff, right? And they were just saying, I just can't get over the red hair. It's so weird.
Yeah, me too.
When did you dye it? Sorry to sidetrack.
Yesterday? 2 days ago.
Oh shoot! Okay,
2 days ago,
so
Friday. On Friday.
Okay, back to what I was saying now. So they were talking about cheating and stories that their listeners were sending in about when they got cheated on and all of this stuff. And there was so many similar stories that I just started thinking like, damn, like how common is cheating anyways? You know, like is it really that common, right? Then I started thinking, well, maybe it's because men and women have different ideas of what's dating, what's being in a relationship, what's being married. Like I feel like we have different views on it. So what are your views on like where those boundaries lie? Like what's dating, just like what are the rules, quote unquote, for that? What's being in a relationship, and so on and so forth, you know?
Well, so when I was in high school, I was dating this girl for like a year, and she went on a retreat with her school, and was all like flirting with this one guy, and holding his hand like the whole weekend, like flirting with him, whatever, you know what I mean? And we were still together, and she told me, which I'm kind of glad she told me, because she didn't keep it a secret or anything. But I find that flirting alone, I feel like is cheating, because especially like if someone flirts with like your significant other and they don't flirt back, obviously they didn't cheat. It's just the other person trying to get in between or flirt with them. But once you flirt back, I consider that cheating. It doesn't have to be any sexual things. It's just like.
Okay, but what are the because how you were talking before about how you dated and you don't consider like dating and then talking to somebody else, like, you know what I mean? Like, what is that like for you?
Well, in like high school and stuff like that, I think dating, I felt like it was exclusive, like you're only dating that person. And then, but now that I'm older, like say me and Ray broke up and I was dating another girl, and I was dating another girl and she was dating another guy, and this and that. I feel like that would be okay. I mean, I can't really tell you what to do. Even if we're in a relationship, I can't tell you what to do. If you want to cheat, go ahead and fucking cheat. I don't care. I'm just gonna leave. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. I think I get that. I think it's important though.
Say it's okay to cheat, huh?
Yeah, not on this podcast, we don't promote that. But no, what I was going to say is I think you brought up a good point when you said in high school, right? Like in high school, we have such a different like perspective
mindset.
On what dating even is, and once you like date one person, it's like, because you're a kid, and it's like that's your everything. But I think as you get older, dating becomes kind of like this I don't know, just like
getting to know people.
Exactly. And unless we have that conversation of like, okay, we're exclusive, then I don't want you talking to nobody else.
But exactly, you have to have that conversation. Can't just assume they know that if you're not.
Yeah.
Officially. Yeah.
Officially.
Definitely.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, so anyways, back to your guys' story. So Ray made the first move.
Mm-hmm.
And then he didn't talk to me for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, so like after that night,
he's like,
after that night I didn't talk to her. Still kept going out with that other girl.
And I kept subtweeting him, and he would like it, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
I knew what I was doing too, but
don't they all?
Then again, I was it was 4 years ago, so I was 18? Yeah. 18.
Damn, no way, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I was 18, so I was a little bit of a fuck boy. But yeah, and then I went to Escape, and Raylene said she was going too. So I went with Jeremy, and I said, "Oh, let's meet up with these girls." Or with Ray and Zim.
I went.
He knew her because of the show.
Yeah, and Maya was there too. Maya came with us to that show.
Well, he only knew you and Zim though.
Yeah.
But then I met Maya, and then we met with them. Just kind of chilled with them day 1 and day 2, right? Yeah, day 2 as well.
Well, day one we met up with them. Oh, what happened?
I was just gonna say, for those who aren't ravers, they're talking about meeting at a rave.
Oh yeah. So day 1 we met up. Day 1 we met up, and then day 2 you picked us up from Maya's house. So we actually spent all of day. We went to like a pre-party, everything with them. So.
Oh, and Ray, what was like going through your mind? So, okay, so we already established like when you guys first met, right? We went through your perspective. Yeah. What's yours, Ray? What was your perspective on that night?
Of what? Of Keizo or Escape or what?
Keizo. Not Escape yet, because we'll move into that.
So at Keizo, I looked at Zim, I was like, should I just go for it? And she's like, yeah. I was like, okay, mind you, this is all through like facial, like, because it's loud in there, we can't talk. And I was like, okay, I'm going for it. So I went for it. And then I was like, whatever, like, it's just like for the night, like someone to like dance with, have fun with, whatever, right? And then I don't know. I just started subtweeting him, and he was liking it and whatever. I was like, okay, whatever. And I was still in my mind, whatever. It's just for that. And then he was like, oh, do you want to meet up at Escape? And the first day I asked Maya, I was like, should we? She's like, if you want to. I was like, I don't know if I want to. And she's like, why? I was like, I don't know. I was like, it's weird. Isn't that weird? And she's like, no. And I was like, okay, fine. And then I wasn't because I only had a Snapchat. I didn't have his phone number. And I wasn't snapping him back. And he sent me his phone number. He was like, hey, if we're going to meet up, here's my phone number. Like, call me when you get there. And I was like, okay. And I just like left it unread for the longest time in the back of the Uber. And I was like holding my finger. You know how you have to like hold it for it to not go away? And Maya was like, just save the number. And if you want to go, then we'll go. But at least you have the number. And I was like, okay. So I saved it. And then we got there. And I was like, fuck it. And I called him. And then we met up. And yeah.
Okay. So now you guys are at Escape. I'm just setting the scene. And Johnathan, go.
I don't know. It was just a lot more. Because when I go to raves, I listen to the music a lot. I mean, that's the whole point of it, to have fun. But as like a DJ and stuff like that, I really pay attention.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was just having a good time, and she was there. We were having a good time together with all our friends. We met up with. We went up with another group of friends.
Yeah, there's a lot of us.
Yeah, we had like 20 people like in the group.
And then Zim made friends with these 2 girls, so then like they jumped in with us and stayed with us the rest of the night. Yeah, that was a big group.
Fun night. It was a fun weekend.
Yeah.
And then after that week, after Escape, I mean, there's really not much to tell about Escape. It was just kind of just.
It's just a rave. It's a rave. Yeah.
But once I got home the second day from Escape, like the end of it, I texted the other girl to meet up, and so we met up like a day later, and I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm done. Like, this is it. And then,
wait, why was that though? Is it just like because you were already kind of not really feeling it, or was it because you met Ray, or like just like?
Well, it was definitely a little bit of both. Definitely, Raylene put the nail in the coffin to kind of end that whole thing.
Did she?
Huh?
Did she? Like, what was it that made you? What was it that she did that made you think like, oh, she's interested?
Well, her only meeting me once and then having me pick her up for a rave and hanging out with me the whole day and like not leaving my side for the whole rave. I think that kind of like showed that she was interested.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I was with people. I wasn't by myself, guys. So if something happened, he would have killed me, Zim, and Maya. So it was safe.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's when I kind of knew that it was going to be something more. So I ended it with the other girl. And yeah, that was kind of a weird thing to do. But yeah, and we started dating.
We literally went on a date that weekend.
Oh.
And we went to, I think our first date was the abandoned zoo, and we went to BJ's, and we went to the what's it called, the
observatory.
Yeah,
that's when you took those pictures, right? Those cute pictures of you. Yeah, cute. Okay, so does his story match up with what happened in your head, Ray?
Pretty much, yeah. Minus the fact that I didn't know about the breaking up with that, or not breaking up, ending it with that girl, whatever, until 4 months later. No, not even, like 6 months later, because he took forever to make it official.
Like 4 or 5 months later.
No, but we dated for like 2 months, and then you told me 4 months after we were already together. So like a total of 6 months after I met you.
Okay, but why even bring it up then? If you guys already like, what was it that brought that up?
So I was at work, and I was talking to my coworkers about it. And they were like, did you ever tell her that? And I was like, no. And they were like, you're such an asshole. Why didn't you tell her? And I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, that's like pretty like big. Like, you need to tell her like this and that. She might find out. It might not go well. And if you want to, like, they were making me feel like a fucking piece of shit. So I was like, so I literally like right after texted her, I was like, hey, like, I have to tell you something. If you think of me different, like, it's okay.
Oh, that's weird. I would have hated that text message.
Well, it was one big text message, so it wasn't like if he would have been like, I have to tell you something, if you think of me different, like in separate text messages, I would have freaked out. It was one big text message. I don't like that
suspense shit.
Yeah, me either. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you would have said just those words, that's what I'm picturing. Like, just like those words, I would have been like, what?
No, it was one big text.
I straight up told her, I was like, I was dating another girl when we first met, and I broke it off after Escape, this and that, and yeah.
And I was like, okay. Yeah. I honestly didn't care.
And I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, like, I already know Ray's not even gonna care, but okay.
Yeah. Especially because I didn't know, like, if it was someone that I like kind of knew or like heard of, I might have been a little more weirded out, but I didn't know who this person was at all. So I was like, hey, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Even though we ran into her a couple times.
No way.
We would see her at certain places. Remember? We used to see her all the time.
We would see her and her sister, and they both would always come into my work. And I remember one time we went to Jersey Mike's, and her sister was just standing behind us.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was like fucking weird. Yeah, but they live literally like 5 doors down from my house back home.
Oh.
So like I saw them all the time.
It's pretty funny, but
Ray's like, I laugh about it. It's fine.
I mean, I didn't really care.
Who won? So no, I'm just kidding.
Okay. We'll just end it on that note. Let's just wrap that little thing up right there. Okay, that's cool. But so tell us about, I want to know, because Ray mentioned earlier in our intro that you went to a all boys high school.
Yeah.
What's that like?
It was cool. I hated it.
It was private, right? Private, yeah, obviously.
Private school. It was cool. I hated it in the beginning. I tried to fill out, didn't work. They sent me to summer school, and I came back the next year. And then like my sophomore year, I was like, okay, like I'm gonna be here, like I'm gonna stay here. Let's try to make the best out of it. And I made like friends for life, and I had a really good time. I was really involved with the school. I was even getting involved in the church back home, back at my house, or back where like I grew up. Because of school, just like a bunch of stuff. I really liked it at the end.
Why do you think you didn't like it in the beginning?
Because it was all boys, and when my graduating class was a class of 12 or 13. I think there was 8 boys and the rest were girls.
Oh dang.
Yeah, so I had a small class, and I was looking forward to like high school and having girls meeting more guys and girls, and like having more friends and stuff like that. And especially the girls. I mean, I was 14 going into high school. I mean, a 14-year-old's fucking horny as hell. So I just wanted to meet girls, you know what I mean? And then
my brother's turning 14 this year, but we won't talk about that. Anyways,
I'm saying, like, when you're that age, like, you want to meet girls, and like, or some people don't. Like, some people like are shy, but me, I'm not shy. So I wanted to go out, meet girls. And I had these big expectations for high school, and then I went to St. Francis. But I mean, it's also like my fault in a way, because I applied to 2 all-boys schools. So I mean, it's not even my fault. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but like I'm kind of glad the way it went.
Yeah.
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
What was it like there though? Like, what was the quote-unquote culture like? Right? Like, what was that?
Well, we were separated in like friend groups. So obviously you had like it's still like a generic high school. You still have your football players.
But I'm over here picturing like 8 people in the whole school now. Like, how small was your, you know what I mean?
Elementary or high school?
No, when he says graduating class, because he went to Catholic school, so elementary through middle was like a group of kids, and then they break off for high school. So those group of kids that he would have graduated with.
Yeah, so elementary school, like my elementary and middle school, I graduated with 12 people. Then I went to this high school. This high school, I think, well, they only had 250 boys in the freshman class.
Oh, okay.
So it's a pretty small school.
No, yeah.
Everyone knows everybody, but
But you see why I was like tripping out when he was like 8 people graduated from I was thinking high school. I was like, what?
No. But yeah, high school was cool. I mean, you have your basketball players, you have your football players, you have.
What were you?
Me, I did football and baseball my freshman year. So I hung out with like freshman year. I feel like nobody really has a group, so everyone's kind of hanging out with everybody. So I think there was 85 kids on the freshman football team.
Oh.
Because you're a freshman and you want to meet people, and everyone makes the freshman team. So everyone just joins to meet people and stuff like that. I met most of my friends in summer school that year, before the actual year started. But yeah, so it was one big group freshman year. And then sophomore year is when we started branching out into our own friend groups. So I had like my core, like 8 people that I hung out with all throughout high school.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was the white kids, and then the Mexican kids, and then the Mexican and black kids hung out because there was only like a couple black kids there. Then you had the nerds and the football players, and all, like it's a generic high school like thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like even at public schools, it was whites, Mexicans, Asians hung out with each other like in different groups, and it was It's weird because it's like still a little segregated.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, no, I was listening to a podcast about how, I forgot what it's called. It was, it's from the New York Times, and they talk about how education is still, till this day, segregated, and like what that's like, and how it's kind of just subconsciously in our system, you know? So that's pretty interesting that you brought that up. Yeah, at Rosemead, though, it was like, we didn't really have that much diversity. I think it was
Mexicans and Asians, or I shouldn't say Mexican, Hispanic and Asians. I mean,
predominantly Asians though.
And for sure.
Maybe like 4 black kids, and I don't know.
Like I can only think of like 4 white kids too.
Yeah, there wasn't that many white kids, and yeah, it's so yeah, we didn't have that much diversity going on in our school,
which is weird. I mean, but I feel like any of like even in elementary school, middle school, it wasn't either.
I'm telling you, it was predominantly Asians. Like it was different for me to go to college and have like people from Hawaii in your class, and that's like, and we had so many. I don't know if you noticed, but we had so many Pacific Islanders at APU. It was crazy, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. Like I wish I was immersed in this kind of culture, like growing up when I was little, you know. So yeah, it's weird.
It's weird, and yeah, I feel like. And then obviously predominantly at APU's white kids. And that was like culture shock for me too, because I was like, whoa, I don't see any color. I'm like, what is happening? Like, yeah.
Yes. I agree.
See, I had the white kids in high school, because the school's in La Cañada. So it's $16,000 a year to go to that school. So it's expensive, and it's predominantly white. But we had, I knew Oscar De La Hoya's son. He was in my class.
Oh, very cool.
So he would get picked up in a fucking Bentley. We had, when kids finally got their cars, they were pulling up in BMWs. They were pulling up in Audis, brand new cars, top of line trucks, all that stuff. And when I got my license, I'm pulling up in a 2000
Toyota Corolla.
But he had until last year.
Which I didn't really care. Because like I was kind of cool with everybody. There was a couple of kids that I wasn't cool with, but like they didn't know that. I just kind of hated them. I didn't like a lot of people, but I'm still like that person to be kind of cool with you.
Cordial.
Cordial.
It was really, I don't know. It was really weird because I don't look Mexican at all.
I was gonna say you probably fit right in with them.
I'm full Mexican. I look white.
You had blonde hair. Let's tell everybody you had blonde hair before he turned red, guys. So.
Well, it was like brownish blonde.
It's like dirty blonde. It's like dirty. It's a light brown.
Okay.
Because I had to bleach it to get him red, so he's not blonde.
Oh, that's true. I mean, it wasn't like blonde, but it was definitely blondish.
Really light brown.
But yeah, so it was kind of weird going to school like that, and then that happening. Honestly, I didn't really think of it like the first 2 years of my senior year. I was like, this is kind of weird. Like this whole time we haven't been making other friends. It's just been us like kind of chilling with each other. And then like we would actually like have like beefs with the white people at school. And I feel like it was really stupid, but in high school everything's a fucking big deal. So it got to the point where like administration got involved and stuff like that. It was pretty bad. But
Ray had a couple of instances where administration had to get involved.
Huh?
I just said Ray had a couple instances where administration had to get involved.
Anyway, I was gonna ask, what was it like being around like all of these rich kids? Because like me and Ray went to public school, obviously, and when you were talking about how kids were, you know, getting picked up in Bentleys and having like their BMWs when they're like 16 and stuff, like, is there some type of like, I don't want to say hatred, but is there some, when you're that young and you are immersed around all of that, but you know that at home it's not that's not your situation, like you don't have all the money in the world for your parents to buy a BMW? Did that kind of change who you became friends with and who you got close with and all of that stuff? Like, was there any of that?
Yes and no. Because I wasn't poor. Like I'm not like no, I'm not like I wasn't like barely surviving and stuff like that. Like I wasn't jealous of it because like my mom had a Mercedes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We had money, but we didn't have money to buy me a Mercedes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we still lived very comfortably and stuff like that when they were paying $16,000 a year.
Well, I was gonna say you went to private school. That's already being privileged, you know.
First of all, we probably could have had a lot more money, but my dumb ass wanted to fail out freshman year, so I lost my scholarship. Yeah, I know. I know. But I don't know. I don't think it really changed who I was friends with, but it definitely, like, I know for a fact, like, the more predominantly rich kids there hung around the rich kids.
That's what I was saying, like the cliques, right? Like they all.
Yeah, but like for me, I could have been friends. I was friends with anybody. Like I didn't care what you drove. I didn't care if you walked to school. I was friends with you. And then my friends were the same way too, but we just kind of gravitated towards each other because we had a lot of classes together. And we all kind of came from similar like backgrounds and stuff like that. So we kind of just became friends.
Yeah.
Stuck with those friends.
So do you think that people that come from similar backgrounds, they are more likely to like click with each other and linger towards each other?
Yeah, I feel like, yeah.
Do you think it's like more of like the way, like the people that you know how you said you gravitated towards certain people because of how you grew up, was it the way they were raised, or was it like the areas that you grew up in, or what was it about?
I don't know. I never really thought about it, but I think it probably had a lot to do with how we grew up. A lot.
Well, like just you as a person, like who do you think you attract as a friend? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who do you like hanging out with? You know, like.
Yeah, I think I like hanging out with like I said, anybody, but I feel like someone who's outgoing and like doesn't care what you have or anything like that, doesn't kind of like flex everything they have and kind of say like, oh, I got this and you don't, type of person, because I hate that shit.
Did you see that a lot growing up?
Yeah.
I never saw that.
Yeah, I saw that a lot. I also heard like a lot of kids were into buying like shoes and reselling it, and like the Kanye like buying clothes and shit like that. There was one kid who literally like was like, yeah, I just sold this stuff. Look at my bank account. Look how much money I have.
I hate that. Ew.
And he was 16-year-old with $25,000, and in your head you're like, holy shit, like what am I doing wrong? And I feel like that kind of fucked with me a lot too, because I was like, I don't have any money to my name. Like, you know what I mean?
Talk about that, like how people are out here our age, thriving, having millions of dollars in their bank account. Let me tell
you, OnlyFans.
Yeah, so I still think that kind of fucks with me now.
Ray, that's our next move.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I actually just started one. No, just kidding.
Did you? Oh, well, shout it out. Let people know.
It's all pictures of ballast.
No, I still think that like kind of messes with me too to this day, because like recently a lot, I've been seeing a lot of people our age buying new cars, buying Mercedes AMGs, buying houses, all this stuff like that. And I'm like, what the hell am I doing wrong? But I've also noticed too, on another side of like social media, people quote it and will say like, what are these people doing for jobs? Like, what am I doing wrong? So I'm like, okay, I know I'm not the only one that's not like struggling here.
The only thing is like these people have to have like started Prime America when they were like 16, how they try and get you, or they have mommies and daddies money to start them off. Like there's no way. Or they got a really good deal like as soon as they graduated for a job. Like there's no other way. Or they're doing something illegal. But
speaking of like Twitter, I saw a tweet that was like, yeah, you might be buying a house at this age right now, but I'm trying to live in California, not Texas.
Exactly.
Like, that's true. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. Like, we're not the only ones struggling, you know. But you guys are struggling.
And that's what we literally said that last night, because he works with someone who has a second job and makes $40,000 a year, or her husband, whatever, makes $40,000, and she was like, yeah, I want to get promoted so that he could be a stay-at-home dad, with her making $40,000 a year. And I was like, that's it? Like, that's not a lot of money to me. And then I looked up like the median out here to live comfortably out here. You only have to make like $45,000 a year.
Wow.
And I was telling him, like, we think we're broke because we live like a bougie lifestyle. Like, we have 9 animals. We like having the newest Nikes. We like having the newest technology. I was like, we could be living like, have so much money to our name if we weren't so freaking bougie. And I could, I'm not giving up my lifestyle. I'll work harder. Thank you.
We're living bougie, but we're also comfortable. I'm not here like scrapping.
Yeah.
I'm not eating ramen noodles all week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's so, another thing. We eat out a lot.
Yeah, so we don't struggle, but I would definitely like a lot more money. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah. I mean, wouldn't we all?
That's my whole point. Like, we live our lifestyle comfortably, but if we cut back on a couple of things we didn't need, we would have that money we wanted. But we're also okay working a little bit harder to get that extra money to keep our lifestyle.
Yes, I agree. I think lifestyle is important. Like, I want to be able to maintain my lifestyle, you know, like I like getting my nails done. I like, you know, buying makeup. I like, you know.
Arizona.
Ah, man. It's tempting, let me tell you.
Dude, I mean, because we're going to buy a house hopefully like in 2-3 years. That's like the goal.
I know, Ray was telling me.
Yeah, and here, so like a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, big front yard, big backyard with a pool, huge 2-story house, right, on a big lot is only like $400,000, whereas in LA it's like 1.5 million.
Yeah, we were looking at houses the other day because I was telling Ray a couple of weeks ago that for some reason my parents want to move and buy a house, and so we were looking at houses near this area because Vincent goes to school near here, and it's true, it's like $500,000 for like a 2-bedroom,
like Baldwin Park. And Baldwin Park it's not bad, but it's not the nice.
La Puente.
But that's even worse. That's even worse.
Well, they're looking at La Puente because you know Vincent's school. It's closer out there, and they do have such great homes, like with a pool, but it's a small thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that, but you know, I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy out here. I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
I mean, like, when we were looking at apartments, because an option when we moved from our house was to go back home and live with our parents, separated in different houses, obviously, so that would have been kind of weird. But when I was looking at Zillow, the app to like look for apartments and stuff like that, it's $1 a square foot to rent out here, where in LA it's $2 a square foot.
Average. So I mean, some places are more.
Yeah, and the thing is like, we found apartments in LA for like $2,000, and it was only 700 square feet.
Yeah,
it was a 1-bedroom apartment and stuff like that. Whereas here we have a 1,000 square foot apartment with 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and we only pay $1,000.
Which is so crazy. Like, the difference is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's tempting, you guys, okay? Leave me alone.
And this place is a lot nicer than the apartments that were that price in
LA. Like, in LA, it's like some trashy, like, walls are torn up, you know, bad neighborhood even.
No pets. We have ballast here, like,
And we're in a gated community, too, so it's like, it's nice.
Yeah, your guys' gated community is so cute. You guys have your little gym. You guys have, I mean, when everything opens up again, you guys have a pool area, a lounge area, like...
Yeah. A dog park. Yeah. I'm so obsessed with our dog park.
Yeah, so everybody move out to Arizona. Let's just all go.
No, please don't, because then you're going to make everything more expensive. That's the whole problem with LA.
A couple people, and they were saying that a lot of people are moving from LA over here.
I've been hearing a lot of people say that they want to. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people say that they want to. I don't know, it's been like on Twitter and stuff, so I'm like, oh dang, maybe Arizona's like the I mean, listen, I don't know. I mean, for one, I don't think my family will let me, if I'm being real honest. They won't let me like anywhere out of California. But two, like, I don't know how. I do know that I want to live on my own one day. I just want to see if I'm able to handle it, because I have lived with my parents all my life, never even got like the college experience to go in dorm. And so I know that like one of my friends, she went out to San Diego to go dorm, and so she lived on her home, and she's like, I've had that experience, so now she's happy like being home again, and she's like, I'm gonna live at home until I get married. Like, there's no reason for me to have to struggle like I did, you know. And for me, I'm like, man, I know I might struggle, but I want that independence of like, no, I know I can do, because she already has that. She's like, I already know I can do it on my own, and I just choose not to. But me, I don't know if I can do it on my own, you know, like I've never had to try. And so I know that I do want to say like, okay, I'm gonna live on my own for a little period of time and see if I'm able to do that. However, will I be able to do that in LA? Probably not.
Not in LA.
Yeah, probably not.
Not without a roommate, at least.
Yeah, and I don't want a room. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I had roommates when I first moved out here. First of all, like, I didn't dorm in high school either because I went to PCC, and then I came over here straight to ASU, and I started paying rent right away. And so that was like, holy shit! Like, I had $1,500 a month that I literally only paid the gym before, and now 75% of my check is going towards bills and groceries and this and that. And it was literally just like one day I didn't pay for anything, and the next day was like, holy shit. So like my first like 6 months out here, I was definitely struggling because like I went from spending my money on whatever the hell I wanted to like rationing out my money and figuring out how to pay my bills and stuff like that. Because I just got, like you said, I just got thrown into it, and it was probably the best thing for me because now, I mean, I'm on top of I've never missed a bill or anything like that. I can say that proudly because like that was always first for me, and my family helped me out a lot too. So if I ever ran out of money, they would just shoot me some money, which is cool. Yeah. Now I don't really need money from them. Probably shouldn't say that. So if I ever do need money,
they're gonna come back to this clip and be like, remember what you said you don't need us no more?
Remember what you said on Ray Ray's podcast?
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's probably the best for you just to one day just get up and do it. Because if you don't, you're gonna keep saying my parents won't allow me. But once you graduate, I say just fucking do it. Why not?
Y'all know my parents. Okay.
Okay, but the thing is, I think your parents probably want you to finish school and not have to worry about paying rent.
Yeah, that's true.
Why not just do it after you finish school? You're gonna have a master's. I don't think your parents are gonna want you to keep working a regular like minimum wage job with a master's and staying home. I think they're gonna want you to move out and experience life and stuff like that.
Let's here's hoping. I mean, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, look, my parents, yeah, you're right. They do. They want me to. I think because you know what, my dad has tried to like make me pay rent.
Yeah.
And and I did for a little while. I did, because they were on my back. Ever since the pandemic, though, I haven't been paying anything. But they always said it in my face, like, "Oh, you really want to move out? You can't even pay us rent." And I'm like, "But for what?
It's different."
I tried to move out twice before when I was back in LA. Both times got shut down, but they were like, if you want to move out so bad, pay us rent. My thing is yeah, that may work. I may pay you rent, but that I know that if I don't pay rent, you're not going to kick me out. So there's really no like actual, how do you say it, like fear of losing your house or anything like that.
Yes, it's not as real.
Or me having to pick up an extra shift to pay my rent. Like, I'm just giving you money. I'm not going to give you I'm not just going to give you money so I can just still be home by 9 and not do anything.
And that was my thing. Remember, I was like, I still have a curfew. I still, have these certain rules that I need to abide by. And it's like,
dude, my first weekend out here, I was like, holy shit, let's go out. I was out till 5 a.m. It was the greatest thing ever.
I've never known that luxury. I've never known that.
Out till 5 a.m. and didn't receive one text from my mom. Where are you? And I was like, holy shit.
I've made it. Made it.
It's just funny because I have strict parents, but not to that extent. Like, once I turned 18, I just needed to be like, I'm going here, I'll be home here, or I'm staying here, and that was it.
See, I'm sure my parents could have been that way too, but I was also in trouble. I was in trouble all the time.
See, I've never given my mom a reason to not trust me.
Yeah, so there was a lot of reasons why my parents didn't trust me, and I feel like they thought, like, I don't know, I feel like even moving here, they thought I might not have been ready, but I was ready to leave. Like me, I was ready to go. So I'm trying to get my sister, she's going to college next year. She wants to move out, and I'm like, good, get out, like, go dorm, because that's something I didn't do and I kind of regret.
Me too.
But also I don't regret it at the same time because I like having my own. I liked having a house rather than dorming because I have a house rather than 10 by 10 space.
A room, yeah, or even half that because you're sharing.
Yeah, I had a dog. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get to have that in a dorm.
Yeah, that's true. Are you gonna be able to? Is your sister gonna go to Arizona State or?
So she's applying to San Marcos and some other schools, and I think Seattle.
Oh shoot.
But her thing is she doesn't want to fly. But I'm like, if you go to Seattle, you're gonna have to fly. No one's gonna fly you to freaking Seattle. But I told her, I was like, you should come to ASU. I was like, it's a big school. You can party, and you'll have me out here. I'm obviously not gonna be. If she does come out here, she'll move in with us. Because she also doesn't want a dorm either. But I'm like, if you go to San Marcos, your parents aren't, or like my parents aren't gonna pay for your own apartment. Like you're gonna have. She doesn't have a job compared to me. When I was 17, I had a job.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't have to get a job. I just wanted a job. But she doesn't have one because she doesn't have to because she's doing well in school and she's going to school and stuff like that. So
she's a good kid.
Yeah, exactly. So I told her, if you're not gonna dorm, you'll live with us. We'll get a house, so you'll have your own house. You can bring your dog, this and that, because I mean it's your house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I said you're gonna be doing like you're gonna join groups in college. You're not just gonna be home every day after school. You're gonna be staying at school just like you're living there, and you'll come home at night. Just because I want her to have the experience of making. I didn't make any friends out here in ASU. I don't talk to anybody. I mean, because the campus I went to is more of like a community college.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of in and out. So I didn't make any friends or anything. But I have work friends, obviously, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a little different. I would want her to experience college more than I did.
Yeah, I agree.
And speaking of that, I'm like, because me and Ray obviously didn't dorm at APU either. But I feel like I made a lot of friends at APU, even though I was only there a couple hours a day.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Too. I mean, I didn't dorm, and I feel like I've made lifelong friends, you know? So
yeah,
as long as you're there and you...
But I also think it's like the community at APU. Everyone's very as conservative and crazy.
I also feel like I look like an asshole too, though.
Yeah, you do.
Huh?
Just kidding.
What did he say?
I feel like I look like an asshole when I'm at school.
Oh, you probably do.
Because
I mean,
even now,
he just probably is just in the corner.
Black. I wear all black with my headphones in. I don't look like I want to talk to anybody. So that's probably my fault. But at the same time, I don't care.
But at the same time, I don't know, because it's not like I was walking around school going like, hi, hey, hello. Like, you know, like I wasn't putting myself out there.
Well,
but when you sit in...
Your major is more of like hands-on, so you're a lot more involved with students, where mine, it's more studying people, so it's kind of like a step back and looking at everything.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
The amount of people's butts I've touched at school.
Yeah, and like you're also, when you go into, you're also a welcoming type of person. Like how Johnathan was saying, like he probably just sits up in the bag, has his earphones on. That's not you.
Yeah, true, I guess.
What, anything you wanted to plug, Johnathan? Are you working on anything new, or let our audience of 240 something people I saw on our first pod. We had like a 200 something views. I just want to put that out there.
Ray's getting freaking. She's getting what's it called? Recommendations from followers.
No, because you're not talking fast enough, Johnathan. But Johnathan has a podcast. And ever since the beginning, I've always told Ray, like, I'm in competition.
You guys were talking.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, I have a podcast. Well, okay, so wait. First of all, I did a podcast last week with my cousin and his best friend. And we were talking about your guys' podcast because my whole friend group that friend group I made was literally all through Xbox, which was kind of weird. So I've never met half of those people, but they're all friends of my cousins and his friends that I've met. So it's kind of weird, but they like all like post your guys' shit and stuff like that. And I was talking to them. I was talking to them about it, and I was saying like that's kind of like I like that we all post each other's shit.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And then we were talking about your guys' podcast, saying that you guys are probably gonna make it before we do, just because you guys, I don't know, just because I feel like you guys are more on top of your podcast, whereas we post one video and that's it. You guys.
I know. I was gonna say like what? Okay, well let me go back to the beginning. So the reason I was so obnoxious earlier, I'm not really like that. However, I always. Anyways, No, but ever since you started your because like we started our podcast around like the same time or whatever.
But we had an idea to do it for the longest time, and it was just me and Ray getting the ball moving, Ray getting equipment, us just finally sitting down and just fucking doing it. But it's been an idea.
It's been an idea since like the beginning of quarantine, right? And so then when we finally started, all of a sudden, somebody wanted to make a podcast, and I was like, oh no. Who does he think he is?
Okay, but you guys don't have any haters. I have a hater already, so I kind of made it before you.
What?
That doesn't count because that person is a hater on anything that anybody does. He's probably talking shit about me too. Let's be real.
Us too. Who is this person? Hate on us.
Probably
No, does.
Probably does.
That's funny.
Yeah. He's
probably gonna try and slide in your DMs or text Johnathan, hey, can I get Ray's friend's number?
Yeah,
That's weird. That's weird. Please
That's
don't.
what I'm saying. That's a little shade. That's as petty as we're gonna get over here.
But yeah, so I do have a podcast. It's definitely not more like best friend oriented type stuff. It's more, I don't know, I feel like we talk about anything, but I kind of lead more political, which I don't like, but it fucking always goes there.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I like talking about my own personal views, but I don't like putting it out there at the same time. I don't know, but if the conversations gravitate towards that, then it'll go there. I don't mind it, I think. Yeah. But my last podcast that we filmed, it'll be out next week. I'm doing a 2-part podcast because it was 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Oh, so shoot.
So I'm cutting it in half and doing one video one week, one video the next week.
Who was the guest?
It was my cousin and his best friend.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then I have music coming out in 3 weeks, and then 2 weeks after that, I have an EP coming out. So
what's an EP?
It's an extended playlist. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, but it's basically like a mini album, pretty much. So it's only three songs.
Oh, okay, nice. That you made.
Yes, that I made. Because I don't think I've released music since like February. So it's about, because like throughout all the quarantine, I was just freaking unmotivated, not doing anything. So now I'm motivated and releasing.
I mean, I feel like you guys together, like with your own individual lives, have accomplished a lot through quarantine, you know? So even though your career kind of took a pause, like you guys moved out into your old space, into your new space, and, you know, all of that stuff. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Well, tell people where they could find you. You can't just say like, I have a podcast, I'm doing this and that, and not tell anybody where to find your stuff.
You're gonna give him all our followers. I'm just kidding.
Well, my podcast, I'll have her post a link. I have a Linktree, so it'll be, you can find the podcast on YouTube, Apple Music, and Spotify. For my music, it's on any streaming platform you can think of. And SoundCloud. Well, that's streaming, so.
I was gonna say, isn't that the same thing?
Yeah, it's a streaming platform. But yeah, any platform that you can stream music on, I'm there.
Okay, and what's your @?
It's my for social media is @OfficialDado _. And then that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us.
Yep.
In a separate room in your own home.
Yeah,
we'll get working on that. We just need to buy a different microphone splitter. So
yeah, we didn't have enough headphone jacks for him to be sitting right here with me, so he's in our bedroom down the hall. But we had to do what we had to do. But yeah, guys, I think that's where we're gonna call it. But again, thanks.
This was a fun little cute thing. Yeah. Thanks again. Did you have fun?
Yes.
Awesome.
So am I.
He'll probably be back again at some point because we're running out of guests. Because again, me and Ray have each other. We don't have friends. But anyways, same with us, guys. You guys know where to find us. Our Linktree is linked on our Instagram as well, and then I'll have all of our links down below, as well as mine, Ray's, and Jonathan's personal Instagrams. And yeah, guys, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.